sports college football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis-Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Golden Gophers will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll run this play from the pistol. Give to the single back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw. Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bell.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Man down.
On the move. Can't get him to the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Pulls it on the option. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Taylor wants to throw it. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
The relentless emptying of the playbook on this opening drive has now finally hit a wall. It's 3rd and long. Could be an alley. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop now to see what they do on 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Burr. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires downfield. He makes a catch. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time.
Snags it and he's open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ball. Turning it on. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He'll try it again. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Bring in the heat. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Got room to work.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Taylor wants to throw. Got a man. It's Bell. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his big tight end. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. This time he wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. The Golden Gophers want to move quickly. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. The throw. He's got him. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot
I
of
told you,
credit.
there it goes.
Talked about a lot, unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. So it'll stay 3-0 after the missed field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Gophers will take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Finding an escape route. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Bell. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Taylor wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Lets it fly on the move. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's ball. Here's a little room there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Trying to impose their will with the run. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with a look at Wisconsin taking on the number 21 team, the Kentucky Wildcats. And it's the Badgers sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Burr. Breaks into the open. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. And the Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He will be stopped just inches away after the catch and run. They come to the line on 3rd and goal, looking for their first points of the day. They'll try to run with ball. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! That one will give them the lead.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeper. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Taylor wants to throw. Working that left side now. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Making side adjustments here. Look out, he's got room. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And the Bulldogs are facing 3rd and inches. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the yards with their football? A little ballet moment there. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Quarterback moving. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the RPO, complete. There he goes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Taylor wants to throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes one man miss. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Skips away from pressure. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. Finds a man all alone. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ball. At the 35, he's got room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Defense looks like they're coming. Here's a give to Ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! Tie ball game here in the 4th.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And how do you lose sight of the big fella? I mean, the defense, where were they? They were nowhere around. He comes scot-free. Nice job by the quarterback recognizing it, getting the football, and
they've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's passed. Didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The offense changing the play. Taylor wants to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we know the defensive coordinator's been harping on his guys about this. Earlier in the game, this quarterback was killing him with his scrambling ability and his ability to take off. That time, though, nice adjustment by the defense. It was almost as if they were expecting him to scramble that time. Really, really nice job defensively.
Guys, I can't believe this. They must not trust their defense at all. They're leaving the offense out there, and they're going to go for it here. You want to talk about a high-risk decision. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise, you can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture in the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. Using his legs, it's Crosby. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and 1. He'll take it himself. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. Taylor wants to throw it. Right down the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
It's gone! And they surge on top here in the final minute.
And how about that in the 4th quarter, and you need your kicker to execute a bomb to take the lead. You trust him, and he absolutely delivers.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He's taking a deep shot. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home. And
he's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. Got it down the field. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely did enough. That's the important part, David, moving forward. They're going to have to play better on that side.
I think it looked more like an
so
offensive
funny.
struggle, not a defensive struggle. They definitely brought their A game, but
Dodger Stadium, Baton Rouge. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start the season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Taylor wants to throw. Complete in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. On the run, it's Crosby. There's some room. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
He'll do it himself. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Oh, he's definitely going to want that one back. Man, they put a nice drive together. That's the opening drive you want. Start driving the football down the field, having success, and then you just get just a little bit aggressive, a little bit greedy, making the throw, forcing it into coverage, and throwing the interception.
Dropping back, it's Levitt. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. Running inside, it's Berry. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. Maybe a crease. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Watkins. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually
unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tigers. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Grabs it in the middle. Tackled there by the defense. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-load. Chop blocked. On every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Man, you're trying to get the ball to your running back in space, and really good job tossing it on the perimeter. What do you need? You need to set the edge. You got to do a good job with the offense.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He wants to change this route. Taylor wants to throw it. He's got the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So first down here as they go back to work. This time he wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the third down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a third down stop.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yards.
Touchdown, Mississippi State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction.
The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. To the air, it's Levitt. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Thomas. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. LSU right back to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Tiger. Once he got some room, it was over.
What a great play call there on 4th down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that 4th down play for a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. Looking for room, it's Crosby. Turning it on! They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground with the running back. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Taylor wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They want to run this quarterback. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire for the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The sure hands, it's Thomas.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The run inside, it's Berry. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Fires to the tight end. Finding some room. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, create some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense their head's spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Looking to get it in. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Pocket breaking down. It's complete to the left. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Taylor wants to throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Going with the counter play here. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
LSU's head coach told me at the half. One of the things he said, he is really pleased with how they have started the first half in this tough conference opener. As you know, the SEC is a gauntlet, but he thinks his team set the tone. He said that was a great start, but we can be even better. They cannot take their foot off the gas here to start the third quarter.
Appreciate that, Holly. Makes the grab in their space. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. LSU quick to the line. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Dead center perfect. And And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Crosby. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
To the air on second down. Right on target this time. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Wants to adjust the pattern. Taylor wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Working that left side. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Tigers sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Reese?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Catch in the middle. It's Lutkin. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Motion from the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Scanning the field. It's Levitt. They'll run the screen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Keeps it on first down. There's a crease. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. After the run, now to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Taylor wants to throw it. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Got it in the middle. It's Harris.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Throw to the right side. That's Wilson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down,
fires one high and deep. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, LSU! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Rush is on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
this has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted the deep. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries. And when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stinks. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival, it's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week. Let's start focusing. This one's over, but